Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your overview for the month of February. This reading is pretty simple. We have 6, well I think except for your finances, I think that came out to be 7. But generally 6 cards that kind of will talk about the general, very general overview for your month of February. Then later this month I'll go ahead and be breaking that stuff down as we move on into the month. So hey, hi, welcome to the channel. Welcome back anyway. Welcome if you are new. My name's Tulips. I like to give tarot readings. It's not actually Tulip, it's Taryn. But anyway, so let's just go ahead and get started. If you want to, you can follow me on my other social medias. Follow me here. I mean, I try to post on a weekly basis. I've been getting better at it. Also, thank you for 50 subscribers. That was really sweet. I didn't really think I would get there because, to be honest, I blab and I was really expecting to be using a script, so I've come a long way with that. Can you believe I've been like reading since like I was 2017, I think is when I started reading. 2016, 17, something like that. And it still seems as if I am too new to this because, to be fair, I'm usually typing out everything. So I have more time to think. I don't think you guys would enjoy long pauses as I read. Let me give you the disclaimers really quick. 1, I can't talk apparently. 2, there's a ton of noise because cats tend to move around a lot and we have people in this house. So I do apologize. I do try to cut out as much noise as I can, but sometimes the cats will annoy the heck out of me. And then 2, the camera tends to shake because I talk with my hands if you hadn't noticed. So, let's start with your finances and career because generally speaking, not many people seem to care about that. We have the 5 of Cups, the World, we have the Page of Wands, the 6 of Wands. Wow, you guys are going to be doing good. The Sun, the 3 of Wands, the High Priestess. So, I love the major arcana that you guys are walking into this month. We have the Sun, the World, and the High Priestess. Learning, getting them goods, and completing cycles, feeling confident, and just moving forward, you know? It's not, did I say 5 of Pentacles or 5 of Cups? Because that's the 5 of Cups. Anyway, like, this is really good energy for you guys for this month. Like, I feel like you may have had some mishaps in January, perhaps. Some fears. I think you're like, okay, I think it's time for me to move into something better, and you're definitely going to do that. I see a lot of growth with that 3 of Wands. I see success in whatever you guys are doing when it comes to that 6 of Wands, and I feel like you're starting to finally heal that those wounds from maybe past managers or like financial insecurity or something like that. I really do feel like you guys are feeling yourself this month. You guys are exploring and you're literally growing and going into new things. Maybe some of you guys are changing majors in college if you're like taking classes or something like that. Maybe you guys are trying to find a new job, a promotion, a pay raise or something, but you're going to be noticed this month, and it's really going to come to you in gains, essentially. Like, I feel like people are going to want to follow you. They're going to want to listen to your ideas. If you're trying to start something or present something to a company or whatever, I think it's going to go wonderfully. You have the power of persuasion on your side this month, so use it. You're going to be learning a lot. Perhaps some of you are taking on new roles. And I also would suggest trusting your intuition this month, right? Because even though you still, I feel like, are lingering from the past, you're stepping into this new future, and don't go forth blindly, right? It's not necessarily a warning, or a cautionary kind of thing, but like, you are used to slipping and falling, and I feel like you have some wise wisdom that you should trust in that as well, you know? And especially since we have so much good success coming to you and some new beginnings coming in, there might be some people who want to try to trip you up. So I would just say, you know, to just trust your intuition, go with your gut on things, and just continue to keep grinding on until you get to that level of success that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So that's really good, actually. That's a whole lot better than Aries. Oh my god, poor Aries. So your relationships. So this tarot deck I actually just got from Kickstarter. It's called like the Happy Halloween Tarot. It's pretty cute. We have the 8 of Wands, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's Wands. We have the Empress. How pretty. We'll have to do these 3 at a time because they're huge. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, we also got the Queen. We got the 3. Okay. Okay, because I'm seeing the Tower, so I'll tell you about the Tower. I'll lay it on top of the 8 here. You have 2 different major arcanas going on for you this... I don't know what the heck I was about to say. Going on for you this month. The Tower and the Empress. The Tower can talk about some things crumbling down. In your case, I think this is a good thing because we have a Knight and we have a Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Empress. There's the Queen. You're building something and you're trying to keep a relationship steady. Some of you may have just gotten into relationships. You may have just suffered quite a casualty when it comes to... God, I hate how glossy these are. When it comes to that Venus retrograde, because we did just get out of that, and from what I've been noticing from people I've been talking to, there have been major dreams of past loved ones, of people who used to be in your life, people you haven't met yet. Like, I hear a lot of people were dreaming about, like, their future lovers or something like that, and they would say it in their dreams, but then they would wake up and they'd be like, wait a minute, and then they can't remember the dreams. So there could be some resounding energies from that, right? Like, I had a dream about my father who has passed, and so that's kind of Venus's way of telling me, like, hey, I should probably deal with the grief that is still lingering. And if that's not the case, okay, if you're not dealing with, like, relationship issues and trying to build better connections with people, because I do feel like this is sturdy. These are good relationships, mind you. I just feel like you've hit a couple of bumps in the road. Maybe you don't feel like you're good enough for somebody, considering we have a Knight and a Queen. But I feel like all of that's going to be put aside, right? Because we have that Empress, and then we also have the 3 of Wands. So things that may have felt stuck are going to be moving again, right? Some things that may have felt like you've really taken your time with, they're going to grow. And it's going to grow in a very good way, too. Especially, oh yeah, we're seeing the moon underneath it all. That's interesting. Especially if you have your eye on somebody and you guys have been taking your time, you've been going out, you've been talking a lot. I do feel like there's going to be growth in that area as well. The Tower could also talk about isolation. You may want to be alone, especially with the Empress card, because the Empress is all about nurturing people, yourself, taking care of others. I don't want to say this because it makes me feel uncomfortable, but like, if you're, just be careful. How do I put this? If you're not trying for a baby, just be careful with that, because Earth is very nurturing, and so isn't the Empress, and whatever you give the Earth, it tends to grow. That's all I'm going to say about that. Unless you want that to happen, in which case I do think that'll be a thing. Anyway, for most of you, though, I do feel like this is more so just taking time to take care of yourself and to really continue to work on, like, improving the relationships that are already in your life, especially if it comes to an earth sign or to women in particular. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be some deep conversations, some deep feelings, and I do think things are going to steadily grow and increase, and actually, things may take off pretty quickly. I just remember that's the 8 of Wands. Of Wands in particular. So there is definitely something that's going to come in quite quickly for you in your relationships, whether that's truth, forgiveness, or just a quick little tumble here and there, or the children thing that I mentioned. So yeah, like I said, if you're not trying, use protection, because I feel like that might be a thing that comes up this month. So then we have your personal journey, like I said. Yeah, this is just talking about your overview for the month as well, and like your personal journey, spiritually, mentally, so on and so forth. So we have the Hierophant, so that's talking about doing things in a more traditional way. It can talk about a spiritual journey as well, because the Hierophant does talk about religions in a sense, or spirituality, depending on who you are. You also don't have to believe in a god, okay? This could talk about your personal journey to fulfilling in your own power, you know, like believing in yourself. And 3 of Cups, celebrations, how fun. 6 of Cups, so nostalgia, maybe some old friends along the way. Yeah, we'll do it like this because, again, they're big cards. So you may be seeing, oh, we got the Knight of Wands too, and the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. Okay, so I feel like you're bringing something in this month. We have nostalgia going in. We have like old friends. Could be a bit of romance celebration here. It definitely feels like you're taking the road less traveled. I don't know why I want to say it that way, but it feels good. It feels like something you're very familiar with, considering we have the Hierophant, and you're bringing in a lot of good things with you this month. whether that's, you know, going to somebody's party or just getting out of the house more or just seeing old friends, connecting with them online or something like that. The Knight of Wands, like I said, it does talk about manifesting things. It's bringing stuff in that you have desired. Be careful because there is a bit of restless energy to that, so you may want to like get out of the house and you travel or something like that. It could be important. Queen of Cups, there could be a little bit of clashing going on because these two people, if they are two different people, tend to react, but in different ways, right? They're generally very similar on, you know, nurturing and being protective, but the Knight of Wands is pretty aggressive, and the Queen of Cups could be kind of cold, and she could be taken advantage of, so be careful about, you know, any disputes going on with people in your life, and make sure that you also have your voice heard as well, because you may be going rapidly towards, you know, like a better connection with somebody in your relationships, but words can get, mixed up in the process, if that makes sense. And then we also have the Chariot. So the Chariot and the Hierophant are your two biggest influences for, generally speaking, for the month of February. We also did get the Tower. So I feel like there's a lot of, maybe not a lot of restless energy, but there's a lot of energy that's going to make you want to go, that's going to make you want more independence and freedom. Not everything's going to be a winner. I do feel like some of you may stumble a little bit here, especially with how you say things and what you try to do, because the execution may not be perfect, but you are going to get to that finish line regardless. And I do think that's, with a little bit of planning, right, with that Hierophant energy, and a little bit of trust in yourself, you're going to get there just fine. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So overall, I think this is going to be a good month for you guys, especially in terms of relationships and of yourself in general. I think the path that you're going down is going to be one very freeing, very independent. Like, you get to study and make sure that everything you want to do is lined up. Do I think there are going to be a little bit of stumbles here and there? Yes, but I don't think they're going to be anything too serious. It's kind of like you're going to laugh it off kind of thing. Make sure, if you are building romantic connections and you don't want to have kids just yet, to use protection. If you are trying to build better connections at work, I do think that's all going to go well. I do think your job and your finances are actually going to go pretty well, actually. I think they're going to blossom into something new. This feels like a very good time for you to claim your manifestations and to see results, essentially. So that's cool. I hope all this makes sense. Like I said, later in the month, as we go through the month anyway, we'll break more stuff down. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Like I said, I hope everything makes sense. I hope you stick around. Feel free to subscribe if you want. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, take care. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye, guys.